In today's time, what is the number one marketing tool for major universities and colleges today? Is it their endowment, the GPA of the school, SAT, ACT scores, research, medical school, law school? What is actually happening to universities and trying to increase their enrollment in today's time? Well, I compare it and say it is the Dion effect at the University of Colorado. Sports. I think sports is the number one tool for marketing, for bringing bright young minds into their universities. Do they want to get great degrees, be properly educated for careers and great jobs in the future? Yes. But they also want to enjoy their time while they're at the university. Even if you're a chemistry major, engineering major, any of those types of things, you still want an outlet. And college is an opportunity for you to get a great education, to potentially meet the love of your life, and also for you to enjoy your stay between toga parties, fraternity parties, going to bars. But you also want, I think the primary outlet is sports, football and basketball primarily. And let's give you some examples. Two of them are small private institutions that have a big sale on their sporting program is the University of Notre Dame and the University of Miami. And what do they have in common historically? Great football programs. Notre Dame has been great for 60 years. I had a cousin, Jerome Evans, that went to Notre Dame and played with Vegas Ferguson and Joe Montana in the 70s from East St. Louis. And the University of Miami has been great with Michael Irvin and all Warren Sapp and Ray Lewis since the early 80s. Even Jim Kelly went to the University of Miami. It was a quarterback for the Buffalo Bills. Their football programs have superseded their basketball programs. Basketball at Notre Dame is secondary, and basketball at the University of Miami is secondary to their football programs. And what is in South Bend, Indiana? Nothing but Notre Dame University. Now, Miami has a plethora of other ancillary things you can do, but the University of Miami, has been more popular than the Miami Dolphins. That university is a very powerful institution. And of course, both of them have great law schools. University of Miami has a medical school and a business school. So they serve both purposes. They have great sports and entertainment, and they have a great academic environment. I'm not sure that a lot of kids would necessarily pick Notre Dame or the University of Miami out of all the universities and colleges across the country if it wasn't for their football program. That's the question of the day. And then on the basketball side, let's take Georgetown University and Duke University. If it wasn't for their basketball programs, would a lot of kids want to go to Georgetown or Duke? Now, yes, a lot of the academic smart kids would, but they also want an outlet. Georgetown's basketball program has been great since the early 80s, and Duke has been great since the early 80s. There's a symbiotic relationship between academia and sports. Then you have professors that are going to want to go to these places and do research and to teach and to be tenured professors, because there's the eye of the sky is on those institutions, and everybody wants the attention, whether it's the academic professors, the coaches, the student body. Sports is the number one marketing tool for these major universities. Yes, sports increases its endowment. You get heavy donations. You're getting the great professors that want to go there and see some of these sporting events and be a part of it. It's a wonderful tool. You're getting more and more students applying to the university. That's what's happening at the University of Colorado with the Deion Primetime Sanders effect. The endowment is going to go up. Enrollment is going to go up. South Bend, Indiana, what else do you have besides the University of Notre Dame? You know how much money in tourism and all those ancillary services that it brings into that city? The University of Miami, look at all that money and attention that it brings into that city of Miami. Georgetown in Washington, D.C., look at all the attention it brings. Duke, look at all of that attention that it brings to the city. Sports is the number one marketing tool. The NFL football games on Sunday have replaced God and church. Who would have ever thought that would have happened? Sports is right there in front of us. The University of Louisville, Kansas University, University of Kentucky. People are going to those institutions on their top 3 lists because of their basketball programs. That's just a fact. Sports and entertainment are the driving force and the galvanizing of all of our American citizens, no matter what color, race, religion, creed, sexuality you are. Sports is right at the nucleus and the nemesis of pulling people together. So, the Deion effect is a great effect on the University of Colorado. This one black man with a city that is 99% white, he is pulling everybody together. And sports and entertainment, and definitely the football and the basketball programs at these top universities are increasing all the ancillary services that are associated with these top universities. It brings us all together. So, whether it's from an intellectual space or a marketing sports space, those two things are coming together. And what Primetime Deion is doing at Colorado and putting a lens and shining a light on that university is going to help the university in all kinds of ways. Just think about it. Georgetown would just be another highly academic institution if it wasn't for their basketball program. Duke University would be the same way. Just a great intellectual place to go to school. But the basketball programs have heightened and uplifted it into a whole nother stratosphere. Notre Dame football. Everybody wants to see Notre Dame on Saturday. University of Miami. The historical presence that it's had on college football has been unbelievable. The number of pros that have come out of the University of Miami, out of Notre Dame. Look at what it's done. So there's a bridge that's being built between sports and education that is very vibrant and is vital to our future existence in this country. So let's support primetime Coach Deion Sanders. Let's support these great universities. I forgot to mention even a place like Stanford University. It has not gotten to the mecca of football and basketball like Notre Dame and the University of Miami or Georgetown and Duke in basketball, but it's right there. People talk about Stanford and their volleyball team, their swim team, the football team, the basketball team, just as much as they talk about the creators of Google went there. So Stanford is another institution where sports has been a very, very high marketing tool to get people to go there. So let's continue to support these major universities. Let's continue to support these great leaders like Coach Primetime Deion Sanders, who is shining a light on the University of Colorado to bring bright minds into the classroom and to bring bright minds on the football field and to make these young men and young women turn into great men and great women. So we need sports. Let's continue to have college football on Saturday. Let's continue to support NFL Sunday. Still need to go to church and you still need to love God, but sports has its place, and it is the number one marketing tool for any of these major universities in the country. So, Continue to support the Trevor Donald Experience on YouTube. Manifest your truth in the right way, in the right direction. Exude a positive presence throughout your entire life. What you put out is what you will get back. Please hit that like and notification button. Share these videos if you find them entertaining and intellectual. And let's continue to live a good life. Also, check my podcast out, The Trevor Donald Experience, on Spotify, Amazon Music, and Buzzsprout.